Then what I want to discuss with you guys in this lesson is the idea of partial pressures of a gas. Now, what does that mean? Well, okay, let me tell you what that means. So for that, I got to take an example. So, let's say this is the room we are all in right now. Let's imagine a room that you're in. Now the room has a certain mixture of gases. We call that mixture of gases air, right? So this room is full of air. Now what do we know about air? Air, we assume, is about, for our simplicity's sake, let's assume that 80% of the air is nitrogen and 20% of the air is oxygen. Yeah, approximately. I know this carbon dioxide, I know there's other things, but for the sake of this explanation, keeping it simple, let's assume the air in the room that you guys are sitting in, not including your body odors or any other smell or any other gas, is just nitrogen and oxygen. And 80% of nitrogen, 80% of air molecules are actually nitrogen molecules, and the remainder are oxygen approximately. What that means is that if there are 10 molecules, then 8 of them are nitrogens, and I'll make them in orange. So let's do that for a second, right? Let's do that 1 second. So I'm going to actually make this nicely. So, why isn't it happening? Okay, there you go. So imagine this. You see this dot right I've made right now? Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. So like in this room, let's say there are 8 nitrogen molecules, and now I need some oxygen also. So let's get green here. I don't know why, but let's just get green, right? So imagine that is oxygen that I have just put in, and what that means is for every 10 molecules here, 2 of them are oxygen and 8 of them are nitrogen, right? And what we discussed earlier was that the pressure this air exerts on the wall is because of these bombardments. So if I follow logically, there are the 10 molecules, 8 bombarding are nitrogen and 2 bombarding are oxygen. So I can safely say that 80% of bombardment, of molecular bombardment, is because of nitrogen molecules. So 80% of bombardment is cause of nitrogen, and 20% of bombardment is because of oxygen, because for every 10 molecules hitting the wall, 2 of them are nitrogen and 8 of them are oxygen. So 80% of all bombardment is because of nitrogen and 20% is because of oxygen. What does that mean? Why am I doing this? What that means is that 80% of the total pressure that the gas or the air generates is because of nitrogen, and 20% of the total pressure is because of oxygen. And if we assume that this room is at 1 atmosphere, what we are really saying is that the 1 atmosphere is the pressure of the room you guys are in, because the molecules of the air are bombarding on the walls. Now 80% of those molecules are nitrogen, so 80% of the bombardment is because of nitrogen, which means 80% of the 1 atmosphere was generated because of nitrogen, and 20% therefore 20% of 1 atmosphere is the pressure generated by oxygen. And what is 80% of 1 atmosphere? 0.8 atmosphere. So 80% of this is 0.8 atmospheres, and 20% of 1 atmosphere is 0.2 atmosphere.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover at Alt Academy, where we break down every A-level concept with the same clarity. Now back to the video lesson.
Now this actual value of 0.8 atmospheres and 0.2 atmospheres, because atmospheres is another unit of pressure, I'm assuming that we all know this from our earlier life's physics, is that what I just calculated for you was the partial pressure of nitrogen in air. So instead of saying all of this, we will say that in the current room whose total pressure is 1 atmosphere, the partial pressure of nitrogen in that room is 0.8 atmospheres, and the partial pressure of oxygen in the room is 0.2 atmospheres. That's what it means. And the sum of these two partial pressures is the total pressure, P total. So the partial pressures are the individual pressures the gases, each individual compound or element makes with the walls, and adding them up becomes the total pressure. And the two partial pressures are independent of each other. What does that mean? What it means is that if I were to somehow remove the oxygen molecules from the room, let's say I remove the oxygen from here, the remainder are 8 molecules. Their speed will not increase, neither will the volume of the container change. So their bombardment stay as is, which means the room's pressure suddenly will only be because of nitrogen, which was only contributing 0.8 atmospheres. So if somehow I remove all the oxygen from air in the room you're sitting in, that room's pressure will go down to 0.8 atmospheres. Because yes, the total is 1 atmosphere, but that was because of oxygen and nitrogen. So if I remove any one of the two gases, the total pressure remains is the other gas that remains. And the pressure of one gas is independent of the other gas. What does that mean is that if I were to put the oxygen back and remove all of the nitrogen, literally, you see that like that. Let me just do that one, maybe this also. Oh, sorry. And then I'll remove that also. So now in this room, there are 2 molecules left, and they'll bombard with the same speed as before. The speed didn't change because the temperature did not change and the volume of the container didn't change. The room stayed the same size, the speed didn't change. So at this stage, what would you think the total pressure in the room will now be? If you thought it's 0.2, you would be right, because the pressure of this room now will be only 0.2 atmospheres. And the total pressure is literally the sum of these individual partial pressures of both the gases in the room. So, that's how we do it. So now it's back to 1 atmosphere because all the molecules are back. But just oxygen would have been 0.2, just nitrogen 0.8. And those are independent of each other. And the total is the sum of them. And what you realize is that, how did you find individual partial pressures? It was their percentage composition into total pressure. You see, 80% of total pressure. And that, by the way, is the formula to calculate any gas's partial pressure. So any gas's partial pressure in a whole system is what we call as mole fraction into total pressure. Now what is mole fraction? That particular compound over the total moles of gas. Meaning here, 8 out of 10 molecules for nitrogen, so 8 over 10, which is 80%. Or 80% is 0.8, you see, as a number. And 20% is 0.2. Why? Because, for example, in this case, for nitrogen, it was 8 molecules of nitrogen over 10 molecules of gas into 1 atmosphere. So mole fraction is the moles of that gas over total moles, or molecules of that gas over total molecules. That's called mole fraction into total pressure. And that's something that you should be aware of, because you should know that this is called the law of partial pressures, which is that the sum of individual partial pressures is equal to total pressure. And what is the partial pressure? The pressure that gas would exert if it was the only gas in the whole mixture. So, and it's independent of the other gases. But if there's a mixture of gases, the total pressure is the sum of partial pressures. All right. Showing another example. For example, here, basically, I have, let's say I'm going to make a mixture of 2 gases in the same room. One gas's partial pressure is 8 pascals. The other gas's partial pressure is 3 pascals. If these two gases were mixed and occupying the same volume, what do you think the new total pressure would be if this was 8 and this was 3? Yep, it would be pretty obvious. It would be 11. Yeah, that's the idea for partial pressure. Okay?
Hey there! If you found this A-level chemistry lesson helpful, why don't you head over to our website, altacademy.org, where you can sign up for the full A-level chemistry course. In addition to chemistry, you can sign up for physics, biology, math, or 4 other A-level subjects. Thousands of students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?